What's up, fellas? Just gonna let you guys pile in first before I get to talking. Get some stuff situated real quick before we get into the hot topics of today. All right. I see you, fellas. I see you. I see you. I see you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Real interesting things to talk about today. All right, we at 92 already, man. So let's get into this thing. Got a couple of special guests that's gonna pop in today. We got to talk. We got to talk, man. We absolutely got to talk. First and foremost, I just want to say I thank each and every one of you guys for coming into this stream. I see a lot of family in here, man. Shout out to Elton. I see you in here, Mackenzie. Oh my God, 313 locked. Corey, I see you in here, man. Michael Harris, I see you. Man, it's a lot of you guys in here already, man. So, what are we here to talk about today? Well, obviously, the draft has come to its completion, and there's a lot of buzz going on with free agency. So, we got to definitely address that situation. First and foremost, when you look at what we just added to this roster, be it Ivy and Durant, it changes things a little bit. And I think the focus is starting to shift. First and foremost, the report came out that the Pistons probably are no longer going to pursue DeAndre Ayton. So that dropped, which is something that I kind of expected once we did get Durant. I think we're going to go more of a power forward route in this free agency. And there's a familiar name that didn't seem like a possibility before that is very, very possible now. And reports came out today that Detroit and Indiana are the two teams that have the highest probability of snatching this young man from the Charlotte Hornets. And that man is, of course, our own Mr. Miles Bridges. So that is very, very juicy. If you have a Twitter account and you go on Twitter right now, you'll see that he is definitely trending with Detroit. I was surprised to see that. I thought I would see a lot of different fan bases trying to pull at it, but a lot of verified voices around Twitter are definitely trying to do some recruiting here for Detroit. They want Miles Bridges on this team. Miles Bridges is always someone that I wanted on this team. I always said that he could be that Rashid to Isaiah's Ben Wallace. I'm gonna stick to that. His tenacity, man, what he brings, his nastiness, this Detroit swag, man. Man, I would love to see my big little cuz, Miles here in a Pistons uniform. So here's the thing. You got to work the numbers, obviously. What is he demanding? So, once we get this thing going, we'll look into that. But, yeah, Miles Bridges is definitely trending right now with Detroit. As far as someone that the Detroit Pistons are probably going to go after in this free agency. So you already have Isaiah Stewart, you have uh, a possible Marvin Bagley, you have Duran now. I can definitely see that happening. I can definitely see that happening. And probably, you sign a couple of subtle little shooters here and there. But if we do anything big in this free agency, that's probably the guy that we go after. That is probably the guy that we go after. So I see you, Elton. Say go after that man in my Teddy voice. Yeah, man. Like I said, it's a true possibility now, which is crazy. Charlotte is a dumpster fire. Michael Jordan is absolutely clueless as the guy running that team over there. So, and then you bring back Clifford, you bring back an ex-coach. It's just like what's going on over there. It's a dumpster fire. So I can definitely see something like that playing out. And if it plays out, of course, that plays out in our favor. So, like I said, with Miles Bridges, you got to look into the shoot numbers. You know what I'm saying? Of course, that's a question mark. You don't know what he's going to provide for you in that department. Like I said, this is the offseason. Of course, he's going to continue to work. He's improved. He has improved. But he can at least stretch. He can at least give you a 15 to 18 footer. You know what I'm saying? With no problem. So I don't think you're going to have so much of a log jam or something like that. So I really wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind that. Like I said, if anybody I want to see off this team is probably Kelly Olynyk. And I'm not even joking. But Kelly, he'll if he is on this roster, obviously his role will continue to be to shoot the ball, which I absolutely do not. I don't want to see Kelly Olynyk at the top of the key with the basketball anymore. I don't want to see him trying to be Steph Curry shooting step back threes. All of that is done. That's dead to me. I don't want to see that anymore. If he's going to be somebody out there to provide some shooting, well, a pick and pop is fine. But I don't want to see him at the top of the key, dribbling, trying to take step backs like Steph Curry. That's out. That's completely out. This is a whole different situation. This roster is definitely going to look a lot different. It's go time. It's go time. You know what I'm saying? It's not time for you to go out there and see what you can do. That's over with. I need you to fit into a role. That's what I want from Kelly Olynyk. You know what I'm saying? That absolutely drove me crazy. Drove me absolute crazy. So, and I know a lot of you guys did as well. So, man, here's the thing. When you look at the current roster right now, and the possibilities of who's going to be here, who's not. I think that Troy Weaver rolls with his core. I never believed any other reason for him not to do that. I think he rolls with his core. And I think that, we have some absolutely some absolute dogs when it comes to development. Like I said, these guys are going to get better. They're going to be better. You're already seeing some little clips here and there. They're not even really in the lab yet. You know what I'm saying? It's still early. But they're not even really in the lab yet. I expect some of these guys to take some jumps, man. Some really, really good jumps. Nothing outrageous. I don't want to sound like a fanboy, but I expect those dudes to take real jumps, man. So, yeah. Bye-bye, Mustache Frank. You out cold, Elton. So, like I said, whoever makes it, man, it is what it is. But like I said, I expect some pretty good jumps from these young dudes, man. It's like I said, oh my God, we add something like a Miles Bridges with those guys that we do have, say for instance, another little small move like yeah, absolutely, Apollo Malik Monk. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we got some money. Obviously, we need to spend some of it. I'm fine with things like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm not asking too much. I don't think he's overrated. Like I said, I'm not even gonna lie to you. M Nud, you've been saying some off the wall stuff. In the comment sections, you've been absolutely off the wall. In the comments on my videos, you've been off the wall with some of the stuff you've been saying. You've been totally, totally off the wall with some of the stuff you've been saying. So I don't think he's overrated at all, to be honest. I really don't. I just think, Charlotte is a dumpster fire. They're a dumpster fire. Simple and plain. In better structure, in a better structure offense with more responsible players, I think he looks even better. I honestly think he looks even better. Like I said, it's just crazy. That ain't no false accusation at all. That's not at all, man. I seen every comment you put in the last stream that we did. Yeah, you've been pushing. You definitely been pushing. You entitled to your opinion. Don't get it wrong. I ain't knocking you. You entitled to your opinion, but you've been a little off the wall. You've been pressing. I'll say that. You've been pressing some. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion, but I just feel like you've been pressing some, brother. Just wanted to let you know that. It's all love, man. So if something like that doesn't happen, with a Miles Bridges, or if it's some validity to the Ayton situation, where we don't go after Ayton, where Ayton is not on the list anymore. What are some of the other names that you would like to see the Pistons possibly go after? I know I've been seeing Mo Bamba, a lot. That's one that I put out there a long time ago, for a much more cheaper price. But like I said, we just got Durant, so now I'm looking more of a 4 type of guy. You know what I'm saying? So if we go and get someone like a Mo Bamba, a Mitchell Rob, I'm fine with that as well. But Kelly Olynyk most definitely will have to go. He got to go. He got to get out of here. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Kelly. Bobby Portis is definitely an option, but I think Bobby ends up right where he is, to be honest. Why would you leave that? I don't know. I think Bobby stays where he is. Bobby is one of the names out of all of those guys where it's not really that type of bad blood in that situation. I think he stays where he's at. But Bobby is definitely, I love Bobby. I love Bobby. Yeah, like I said, tenacity plus shooting, man. I love Bobby, man. Appreciate the donation. Appreciate the donation, Cashmere. And for you guys that do send donations, make sure you look at the screen, the scroller at the bottom, and send them to those links, because YouTube takes at least about a good 75% of it. So, but I appreciate it, man. I absolutely, I appreciate you for watching my content. Like I said, I'm just the guy at the liquor store talking sports. That's what I am. So yeah, I appreciate that, sir. Yeah, but you say Mitch Rob is always injured. Yeah, I mean, you could say that about a lot of players in this league right now, that they always had these little nicky neck injuries going on. Some of them are orchestrated, some of them ain't. So I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes when when it's a dumpster fire team, sometimes them players sit down for a little extended time. You know what I'm saying? So we've seen Jeremy Grant sit out longer than what he should have, and more than he should have last season. We all knew what the deal was. So I'm not really the one to look at that. But yeah, when it comes to guys like Ayton, I just don't think we necessarily have to go that route anymore. I don't. Yeah, exactly, Elijah. Yeah, I don't think we have to go that route anymore. So yeah, the Knicks are absolute dumpster fire. The Orlando Magic are absolute dumpster fire. You know what I'm saying? When you look at some of the teams that these big guys are coming from, you look at what they're playing with. You kind of reconsider some situations. Now, I was trying to wait for Easy to come in here, man. We got to address the elephant in the room, man. Oh boy, I got to put you up. I don't know. I got to put you up on the screen, bruh. Now, shout out to Ashton, man. Much love to Ashton. That's my guy, man. You know what I'm saying? I love Ashton, man. I love the Cade's family, man. You know what I'm saying? They solid. You know what I'm saying? They definitely solid. But Ashton be coming on Twitter trying to stir up stuff. So Ashley goes on Twitter and says, I need KD in Detroit now. Bruh. First of all, you won't have a team. You won't have a team at all. Then you go from sustainable and all the work that you did, you throw that in the garbage and you say you're trying to win a flash in the pan type of situation. You go against everything Troy Weaver has said at this point, and you go and get a Durant that, you know, in the playoffs last year, to me looked like he was aging. You know, coming from that Achilles injury, of course, you know that's a tricky situation. But yeah, it's going to cost a whole lot. And that will never, ever happen. So yeah, that ain't going to happen. KD, most likely. I seen Dame Lillard. He did post earlier on his Instagram a picture of him and KD. So, you know, Dame Lillard is going after a KD. But I think at this point of KD's career, if he's looking to go elsewhere, if the thing with Kyrie Irving, where he ends up leaving, I think KD looks elsewhere. I don't think he looks at coming to a team with a bunch of 20 to 23-year-olds and saying, I want to go over here. I think he's at the stage of his career where he wants to go and play with other veteran players and push for a championship right away. I don't think this is the type of situation. I know he said some nice things here about the Detroit Pistons. I know, you know, he has a relationship with Cade, but I don't think that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's, for us right now, that's a pipe dream. You know, I don't think this is destination for Kevin Durant. I don't think that happens. So yeah, but Dame Lillard is definitely recruiting the hell out of him. He's definitely recruiting the hell out of him. But at the same time, you know, I don't think that's something that's going to happen. There's no way you can tell me in a realistic environment that KD would come to Detroit. So we just need to get that out of our head. Easy, you know, I think you need to run the fade for starting this thing with KD, for putting this out there. So yeah, that's definitely not going to happen. So with that said, these type of things that I'm mentioning, these type of things I'm talking about, is all going to be part of a new segment that I'm getting ready to start for you guys, man. The new segment is going to be called The Dungeon. It will be me and a special guest, one special guest. Once a week, we will get on here and we will do a live debate about any topic that you guys will love. If we have a hot topic, of course, dealing with our teams, of course, we can debate about that. But we will be doing a debate one-on-one. One of the first topics that we will be launching, as I told you guys before, is the Joe Dumars topic. I already have a contestant for it. So we will be talking about Joe Dumars. Was he a great coach? Was he a good coach? Or was he terrible? You know, to me, terrible is out the window. But was he good or was he great? So that will be the first debate. But that is definitely a show that will be coming to you guys on a consistent basis, especially over this summer. And yeah, look forward to that, man. So with that said, we got to look forward to Summer League. Who's going to be on that roster? That's going to be something that's going to be interesting. Definitely going to be something. You and J-Mo. Oh, boy. Yeah, I definitely got to get J-Mo. I bring Motor City Sports Talk. I bring him in here. You know what I'm saying? When I make jokes and say he the ops and things like that, trust me, man, it ain't no real ill will there. You know what I'm saying? We ain't out here internet thugging like that. You know what I'm saying? He says things I disagree with. I say a lot of things he disagree with. But at the end of the day, we ain't out here beefing for real over sports. You know what I'm saying? So I would definitely invite him on here so we can have some Skip and Stephen A moments. But that is a real thing. That is actually what's going to happen, man. I will be bringing that to you guys. But yeah, like I was saying, we got to talk about Summer League. Let's take this down off the screen because it ain't going to happen. That roster should be interesting. As far as who plays. I don't know what they do with Cade. You know, like I said, me personally, I don't really think he needs to. If he does, play him one game. You know, play in one game, let him get out there and be with the team or whatever. I get it. That's fine. But, you know, we don't need no type of, you know, accidents happening. You know, we walked into the beginning of his rookie season with him and an ankle injury. We don't need nothing like that. So, you know, we'll see what happened with that. Do we get the third Killian's in his third season now. So I think he ends up on that roster with him, Jaden Ivey, and Durant. That would be crazy because that'll be some lobs thrown. Let's just say that. If you got Killian in the summer league with Ivy, who we can throw lobs to, with Durant, who we can throw lobs to, that should be fun. You probably have a roster something like Durant and Garza as a front court, Killian and Ivy and Livers, something like that. Stu, I'm like, he's another player I don't think you're going to see. Like I said, third year for Stu, him and Sadiq Bey out of the question. You won't see those dudes. I don't believe at all. But Killian probably so because of the amount of games that he's played. He hasn't played a lot of games, so you probably see that situation. Killian Hayes, Ivy, Livers, Garza, Durant. That's probably going to be your lineup. That's what I'm thinking. That should be very fun to watch. Yeah, that should be very interesting because you got some alley-oops flying. You got some stretching the floor going on with Garza. It should be fun. It should be fun. I'm looking forward to it. I know you guys are. I wish I lived close to Vegas because I probably would take that drive and go to Vegas. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Definitely looking forward to that. It should be fun this year watching the summer league, man. Put Sekou in there. Sekou in France balling right now, man. He ain't, Sekou ain't thinking about America right now. Man, appreciate the donation, man. Proceda better than Delfino. So listen, here's the thing, man. Proceda is that we drafted, later in the draft. He's our stash player. He's our stash player. There was a brother who hit me up on Instagram about him. Shout out to him. You know who you are. And we end up taking him. He's the stash player. That's what you do with those later picks, especially with the roster that we have. It's already a lot of young talents, waiting to get their opportunity. So you take a stash player, and that's what Troy Weaver did. And he's a heck of a stash player. If he does develop into something, man, of course we'd be fortunate. But, like I said, from what I watch, I like him. I like him, man. I like him. I don't get, Davidas Savitas vibes, you know what I'm saying? I think this kid can actually ball. So when you guys get an opportunity, go check them out, man. They definitely got some footage on Twitter and YouTube of them. So, check them out. But yeah, I like them so far, to answer your question, man. But yeah, summer league should be fun. Camp should definitely be fun. Getting those reports once we do get to that point eventually. Like I said, these guys are going to be very fun to watch. I think we are going to be that team to make a push for the play-in. The team that nobody really wants to deal with. I think that's where we at. I think that's where we at with this roster right now. So, so yeah, shout out to Easy. Easy is texting me right now. He's having some issues with his service, man. He's in a bad spot right now. So yeah, definitely was supposed to come onto the stream. I want to just come on here and chat with you guys for, a few moments, man, about what we got going on right now. But yeah, as far as Twitter goes right now, Twitter is absolutely blowing up about Miles Bridges. A couple of other players too, man. Let's take a look real quick. A couple of other players I seen too that was trending with the Detroit Pistons. I believe one of them was, let me see. KD to Portland is starting to blow up right now. Cam Reddish. Cam Reddish, man. So Cam Reddish being one of the guys that could be traded. Obviously, the Knicks could make that move. They want to go after Brunson. But Cam Reddish is getting some Detroit ties, man, as far as a trade type of situation, which is surprising to me. But yeah, he's another name that's out there. So like I said, we starting to, you don't have Twitter, but I might. You got to, bro. Like I said, you don't have to tweet anything on Twitter. Go on there for Twitter is the greatest sports news type of place you can go. I tell you guys that all the time. It ain't about, listen, if you're scared of your wife or your girlfriend beating you up because you got a Twitter, I get it. You know what I'm saying? So for some people. But Twitter is it, bro. All the athletes, everybody connected with your teams, all the news on your teams, it comes out first on Twitter. How do you think I was able to give you guys those updates so fast during the draft about what was going on? Twitter. Twitter. Everybody goes to Twitter. The real grown folks don't go to Twitter. So yeah, man, if you can get you a Twitter account, just sign up. Quick and easy sign up on Twitter. Make sure you're following me, of course. Make sure you're following everybody on your team. Follow Ashton the trainer. Follow everybody dealing with the Pistons, man. But Twitter is a hell of a place to get some good information, some good stories, good reports, to see what the athletes is out here, thinking and doing. It's a great place, so I encourage everybody to sign up, man. I work in the mortgage business during the day. I get it, Elton. So yeah. NBA Twitter can be toxic. DWX, man. Hey, you know what? You got a point. It can be toxic. So make sure, like I said, you're following and what you tweet, expect something, coming. If you do get to a good following one day, expect that, Twitter, Pistons Twitter has been up and down. I like Pistons Twitter, but we get toxic at times. Especially when it comes to trades. It's trade everybody, trade. I mean, yeah, super toxic. Yeah, it can get annoying. It can get that. But me, I turn on the notifications for certain people on there. So when they tweet, I can get updates. I just try to skim and cloud through all of that. You know what I'm saying? Trust me, I get a lot of messages on there, but yeah, you got to refrain from a lot of the stupidity on Twitter. And like I said, if you know how to control yourself, it's a place where you can get some good information. I'll say that. Guys like James Edwards, man, the third, and you got Rod Beard, of course, even though he moved up to a higher position, still get a lot of good information for Rod Beard. Also Keith Langlios, you get some good information from him as well. Like I said, there's some good sources on there when it comes to dealing with the Pistons that I've lived off as long as I've been on YouTube. So, shout out to those guys, man. They keep us, in tune. I would have never known about the press conference yesterday if it wasn't for James Edwards posting the information that they was, getting ready to go live at Rouge Park, which I think is so dope. So dope, the fact, what the Pistons do for the actual city of Detroit, man. And what they were doing at Rouge Park, man. Never seen them do something like that when it comes to introducing our draft picks. You know what I'm saying? That's dope. That's real dope, man. Because if any place needs help, it's an actual inner city. You know what I'm saying? To kill that vibe that comes with Detroit, we need to do things in Detroit. Organizations like the Lions, they do everything around and outside of Detroit, up north, down, low, everywhere else but in the city. Well, the Pistons, they took it upon themselves, to start doing things in the city. 60-something plus, brand new basketball courts built, street lights, lighting, and putting lighting in certain neighborhoods in the city, all type of stuff that you don't really hear about. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Yeah, Chandler Park. Grant Hill put a court up there. Grant Hill's court is the one that's at Chandler Park. And I think it's teal. I think it's a teal court up there. But yeah, that I seen that too. Grant Hill was the one that was behind putting the court up there at Chandler Park. Fix the parking. Yeah, that would be nice. That would be, oh boy, that would be nice. Yep. So it is what it is, man. But yeah, shout out to the Piston organization and Tom Gores, man. Like I said, it's very rare we get good owners around here. We had a good owner like Illich, you know what I'm saying, back in the day. Things that he did back then that you don't hear about. Paid for Rosa Parks, housing and things like that. You don't even hear about that type of stuff no more. A lot of y'all too young to even know what the heck I'm talking about. So, but I love that type of stuff. I love that stuff, man. T-shirt time. T-shirt time. Man, I need the ideas. I need the ideas, man. What do y'all want to put on a t-shirt? Because I know one thing that I will be putting up, and it probably will be ready this weekend. I am going to officially make some Trust in Troy shirts. I am making some Trust in Troy shirts. Like I said, Ashton the trainer was one of the people that said that we should have those shirts on the first game of the season. I'm making them now. I'm gonna make some now because I damn sure want to wear one myself. So, Poison Ivy, that's a good idea. Definitely a good idea. Look at him. Talk about Miles Bridges. Man, we just talked a whole lot about Miles Bridges. I know you see the trending. You see the trending on Twitter, man. It's definitely electric right now. Yeah, he is really, really trending on Twitter. And literally everything is with the Pistons. Let's just go through. I'm going to bring y'all in real quick. Show y'all what I'm talking about. Let me share this screen real quick. All right, so yeah. So Miles Bridges right now. That lineup right there look really nice. But yeah, trending on Twitter, man. Trending on Twitter, if y'all can see. I mean, just a lot of, Detroit. Come home. You know what I'm saying? Come home, Miles, man. Took the Charlottes off of his thing, like the Jaden Ivy's posts, things like that. Everybody gonna retweet everything. They watching real tough with Bridges right now. But yeah, he is definitely on notice and attached to the Detroit Pistons right now. So that's what's out there right now. So it's a real thing. We were months ago, that wasn't a real thing. Months ago, I was telling people, you crazy, man. Miles Bridges ain't coming here. Y'all might as well forget it. Be quiet. Now look at where we are. Now look at where we are. So, Miles Bridges coming to Detroit, cut a few songs with Big Sean or somebody like that. T Grizzly, something like that. But yeah, especially, I don't know how true it is, but I did see something on Twitter that Clifford said over there. Coach over said if Miles Bridges wants to rap, then he can go to Detroit. I don't believe it's true, to be honest. I think that would have exploded on Twitter, but somebody did post a picture of that with the quote. So I don't believe it's real. But if it was, that's kind of fucked up. So it's kind of fucked up. Take Collins at ATL. I don't think Collins is coming here. I don't think this is the destination for Collins. I would have been to entertain that, but I just don't. Yeah, via your mother. Yeah. Like I said, like, come on, bro. That post that can't be real. It's in the sources, my mom. Yeah, because it said via your mother at the bottom. I'm like, what? Like, what the hell is this, man? Who'd have made this? Ain't no way a coach gonna say something like that, man. It's just gonna slip through the cracks. Nah, bro. Yeah, I don't think Collins is coming here anyway. You ain't got to worry about that. You ain't got to worry about that. But yeah, it definitely would have been some violence if that was a real post because, even though he ain't a Pistons, Detroit, we ride for ours. You ain't just gone, you know what I'm saying? And, shout out to the Pistons Twitter, man. One of the positives about Pistons Twitter, we come strong together. Like, man, in those comment sections on a lot of these tweets, man, bro, Pistons Twitter is, we there. Like, we 100 deep everywhere we go. Everywhere we go. Trust in Troy shirt. Yes, I am going to make that this weekend. I can promise you that. Definitely going to make some Trust in Troy t-shirts, man, because it's long overdue. It's long overdue. But yeah, we come. We come. We come for real. Bay is not coming up. Who said Bay coming off the bench? Bay is not coming off the bench. Where? I'm not even about to scroll up to see who said that. Like, come on, man. First, it was I seen some people talking about Trey Stu. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, come on, man. Hey, we going back to these places, man. Like, come on, pause. I was thinking that too when I said that. But yeah, pause. Like, come on, dog. Here we go with this, man. No, what's good? No. Not to get off subject, but we dodged a bullet. Trade for once. Damn sure we did. Absolutely. Because you see that bullshit that's going on right now. Excuse my French. Yeah, man. If y'all got wrenches, man, do what you do. I know you got one. No, do what you do if y'all got wrenches. I wish I could hook y'all up with wrenches while using StreamYard, but for they ain't got to that point where I can do that. I would have to strictly stream with YouTube to do that. But if you got wrenches, man, if you're a long timer and you got one, clean up the comments. We don't need them negative vibes in here right now. So here's the thing with Jalen Duren, man. Jalen Duren, youngest player in the draft, 18. Jalen Duren, for what he offers, I don't think it's going to take as long for his development, but they're going to take their time. What's good, Dominique? 0-16? I don't think it's going to take as long because of what he does. You know what I'm saying? He's good at what he does, which is athleticism, blocking the hell out of shots, trying to end people's lives by dunking on everything. You know what I'm saying? Every time he goes up, he's trying to dunk the ball. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, he is young. He got a learning curve, especially on the defensive end in the NBA. You definitely got to learn how to get in and out of that paint, got to learn how to defend without fouling, the fundamentals that Dwayne Casey was talking about. But for what he offers, man, I think just like Isaiah Stewart, he can definitely work his way into some minutes pretty quickly, because what he does, you definitely don't really have to teach. So, yeah, it's going to be fun to watch, man. Like I said, he's super athletic. He's only 18. Who knows? He may grow an inch or two still. I always say that with 18-year-olds, man, because I swear to you, Killian grew an inch. Killian, when we drafted him, I don't remember. Killian he was supposed to be 6'4" to 6'5". I've seen pictures with him and Cade, and they the same height, bro. You can't tell me he ain't grew another inch. So I always say that with 18-year-olds, though. They might grow another inch because I've seen it before. Obviously, Giannis was a player that grew. You know what I'm saying? Giannis grew. So, yeah. But super athletic. Yeah, he looks 6'6", don't he? But yeah, super athletic, man. Absolute beast, raw dog out there. NBA body, you know what I'm saying? Strong. I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to see Durant, man. Like I said, Summer League gonna be crazy, bro. Summer League gonna be crazy. It's gonna be fun. It's definitely gonna be fun, man. Yeah, we probably, one of the things on Ivy List, if y'all don't know about this, go on YouTube, check out some of the little small docu-series that's available out there, and some of the little interviews with Ivy. Ivy has a list. That he tries to follow, and one of those things on this list, one of the first things, is that he wants to be the MVP of the Summer League, and he wants to win the Summer League championship. So those are goals of his. You know what I'm saying? So, I expect violence from Jaden Ivey in the Summer League. I expect a lot of violence. He doesn't want peace. He wants violence. Appreciate the donation, Antoine, man. Hey, can you get a t-shirt? Durant Destroyer. Yo, Durant the Destroyer gave him block a shot. Now, here's the thing. Creating the shirts is a tricky game. So, yes, I can put quotes on there. I can put names on there. Maybe able to get away with like a cartoon type of character thing, but you can't put people's likeness on shirts. Especially with Teesprings, man, they don't play that. You know what I'm saying? You can't put people's likeness on there. Can't put the actual person's picture on the shirt. So, that's the tricky part. Unless it's you yourself, but if it's a high profile player, or athlete, or anything like that, they're not gonna let you through. That's the tricky part about being able to put that on a t-shirt and put it down on the shelf for you guys here on the YouTube channel, which is really janky anyway. The shirt shelf for YouTube is very janky. If you look on my shirt shelf up under the video, you'll see two shirts that look blank. They're not blank. They're actually backwards. They're actually backwards. And there's nothing I can do to switch them. Nothing I can do to switch them. They're correct when you click on them. When you click on them and they take you to Teespring, they're correct. But on the shelf, they're backwards. So it's a very, very janky setup with YouTube. YouTube, do better. Do better. But those shirts are not blank. Those are the King Speak Lightning shirts. Those, yeah, they're not blank. So if you click on them, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. I appreciate the donation, Tony. I see the interview with Garza today. Yeah, I'm expecting that. That's why I said I expect, with Garza in the summer league, I expect them to probably play the 4. And I'm gonna be watching, because if we know anybody is working, it's Garza. Garza is putting some work in. And it's even more crazy because you ain't heard nothing, you ain't seen nothing from him. So Garza is definitely working. He's working. So I'm interested to see if his body transformed anymore, because he already lost weight. So I'm interested to see if his body transformed anymore. But shooting was the focus for him last off season. I want to see what he's worked on. I definitely, I'm looking forward to see him in the summer league a lot. I really am. The one thing he's definitely going to give you is effort. So he's going to give you effort. I want to see where he's worked at. Yeah, they hit an absolute home run. The Pistons are considered to have won the draft. They're one of the teams that's considered to won the draft, and that's based off of Troy's drafting. You have some fortunate teams like Houston. They were fortunate that they got Jabari Smith. So you got some fortunate teams like Houston, but the Pistons, with the move they made for Durant, automatically considered to win the draft. Absolutely. Who you think getting cut? I think, you might see some guys like Frank Jackson. Even though we love Frank, I think Frank might be one of those guys that don't make it. But yeah. Okay, yeah, Rose Diddy, you got some you smoking some good weed today. you smoking some good weed today. That's what you're doing. Stay off the weed, man. Yeah, you tripping. Listen, man, the Pistons ain't rushing anything. Like making the playoffs, like I said, that's not the goal he walked in the door with, is to make the playoffs. That's some Stan Van Gundy type stuff. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to build that and get there the right way. The right way. So whether, some of you guys are impatient and upset about it, no one cares, but that's what he's doing. He ain't trying to go out there and just snatch some guys and overpay some people and just make the playoffs like Stan Van Gundy gave you, that stagnant dead ball team that you've seen. Yeah, they made the playoffs, but they just you get swept all the time. Whenever you build a team, it's usually around year 5 is where you start contending. That's where you start contending. We are in year two, because he walked in the door and drafted fine, but that, like, he didn't have the whole offseason and everything else. He had to walk in the door and clean up. He had to clean up Stan Van Gundy's bull crap. And then we got to business. He hit that first draft. Then we got Cade. Now we just hit this draft. So now, yes, we're in year 2. Yes, it's year 3 for him being here. It is year 2 of the real true build. This is year 2 because I don't count that COVID year. I don't. It's year 2 for me. Last year was the first year that we, that was the first year of development. That was development year. That's what it was. This year is fight to try to get in that play-in position. That's where we at. He ain't, like I said, he ain't pushing fast forward. He ain't about to rush it for what the fans think. That's just not gonna happen. So I'm sorry, but it is what it is. Can you speak on Bridges? I think everybody that come in here new say the same thing, bro. They say the same thing, y'all. Yeah, we just talked about Bridges, man. But yeah, like I said, I think Bridges is a realistic thing right now. Obviously, we would love to see him come home. We would love to see him in a Pistons uniform. We would love to see him with this roster that we have. But, like I said, it's still a big question mark. Joshua, appreciate the donation, man. Yeah, man, the Pacers, I can't stand the Pacers either. I will never like the Pacers. Last time I liked the Pacers, man, it's been a while. It's been a while. It's when Paul George was dunking on LeBron. That's when I used to like the Pacers. When they had Danny, good Lord. I was about to say Danny Glover, and I stopped myself. Danny Granger. I was about to say Danny Glover. Danny Granger, man. That was probably around the last time I actually liked the Pacers. Just because they was opposed to LeBron and Paul George was trying to go at him. That's about it. But I'm not a Pacers guy. I don't like the Pacers, man, at all. But yeah, I do look forward to seeing them in the playoffs. But yeah, I don't think they're going to pose us a problem. I don't think they are. So I believe truly in what my team is doing and the direction that we're going and what we're adding to this team. I don't think they have a Cade Cunningham caliber player over there. So, I like Halliburton. I do, but yeah, I think we're fine. Whether we meet them there or not, the Pacers, the Cleveland Cavaliers, they can all get the smoke. You know what I'm saying? They can all get the smoke because the other teams, man, they getting older. You know what I'm saying? So, my team is the up and coming. A lot of these stars, they starting to get old. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to see some guys, they going to start to go downward real quick. That's just how it go. Free agency begins the night before the first. The tampering and, things like that. So, yeah, the night before the first. What's good, CeeLo? Man, nice. CeeLo. See you in so long. Where you been? Man, shout out to CeeLo. CeeLo is, that's one of my first subscribers right there. My man CeeLo, man. I'm talking about Periscope days and everything, boy. Yeah, man. Almost 400 in here. Make sure y'all smash the like button, man. Smash the like button. It helps the algorithm for you, man. But yeah, man. 400 of y'all in here. I absolutely appreciate that a lot. Like I said, I'm having a blast right now talking with you guys. We've been in here for an hour. I promised my wife a half an hour, but it is what it is. We talking about the Pistons, man. What can I say? Appreciate it, Tony. Oh man, it's been 01 champs 04. Yeah. Some, like I say, it can come together quicker than you want it to. It depends on how fast these guys gel together, man. It depends on how fast the development happens. Absolutely, Rose, man. Like I said, you've been around forever too. You already know. I'm gonna keep pushing, man. I'm gonna keep doing this thing. This is what I love to talk about. Is what I love to do. Hey, Sean, what's good, bro? I'll take him. I'll take Malik. I don't know. Like I said, at this point, I don't. Like, do we need to? You know what I'm saying? Do we need to? Eh. I mean, if we do, I really ain't opposed to it, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? I'm ready to see the roster that we got. Y'all give me a second. I'm gonna step right back in here. Give me 1 second. All right, we back. Had to respond to something real quick. Oh, most definitely not. So if you didn't get a chance to watch the presser last night, yesterday, I said last night. If you didn't get a chance to watch the presser, um, Dwayne Casey definitely made a few things known. When you look at that guard rotation, he is going to use the three. Um, you've seen some flashes of it. They did it with Corey Joseph, of course, but you've seen some flashes of it. That three guard at times rotation, or you've seen where Killian rotated and got a significant amount of minutes by the way that they had it set up. He's definitely looking forward to doing that. So whatever step forward that Killian takes is also a plus. But he made it known that having Killian around for his defense, he definitely made that known during the press conference, is going to be important to them. He mentioned his defense, the athleticism of Ivy, and a little bit of everything from Cade Cunningham. So that's going to be that situation at the guard spot. Whatever you decide to do, I think it's going to benefit us anyway, because I don't think none of those dudes are absolutely selfish. Ivy can definitely, play some point guard at times. You know what I'm saying? He can definitely push the ball up the court and run the offense at times too if he got to. So it's going to be it's going to be a versatile situation. So, I mean, hey, it is what it is. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Absolutely. 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 But yeah, it should definitely be fun, man. It should definitely be fun. All right, y'all. So getting ready to hit an hour. If you got any final questions, now is the time to post them. I'm gonna do this final stretch with you guys. If you have any final questions, any final things that you want to bring up in a post, man, just go ahead and do it now. I think that's something like a last resort. That's like a last resort. Some of the guys that we named are gone, but I think that's a last resort situation. All right, let's go. What free agent do I think we should target? I don't know about should, but I think we will target Miles Bridges. I think that's gonna be the dude. I think he's gonna be the guy. What's the latest on Kemba? Kemba will get bought out. We're not gonna keep Kemba Walker. He will be bought out. Will Corey Joseph? Will Corey Joseph become an assistant this year? I don't think he will. I just hope he don't touch the court. That's all. I hope he finally takes that role and sit on the bench and inspire people from there. But I don't think we're gonna get a heavy dose of Corey Joseph this time around. I think we should be in a good place. I think Livers definitely shows his worth this season. I really do. You know, like I said, for that little stretch he was available, especially coming into the situation the way that he did, he showed more than enough of why he should be a part of this team, man. So I like I said, I think he's gonna definitely be a big part of this team in the future. Like I said, a guy coming off the bench at the 3-man, can possibly play 4 in situations. You know, can move him around, play some defense, shoot the 3. I'm looking forward to that. Do you think we'll keep Frank? I think Frank might be one of the guys that's on the hot seat. Joe Polo, what's good? Joe Polo in the building, everybody. Make sure you guys subscribe to his channel, man. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. Like I said, continuous and solid content, man. Continuous and solid content. Subscribe. And if you don't know who he is, something wrong with you. Something wrong with you, man. Your thoughts on Durant? I love Durant. Durant was actually one of the first people that I talked about when it came to the players in the draft, the bigs in the draft, man. I love Durant. You know, at the very, very beginning, Durant was like one of the guys 5th on my list. You know what I'm saying? He was like the number 5 guy. And then we end up getting 5th pick and everything changed because of the way the dominoes started falling. So, but the fact that we end up getting him out of all people is just even more special because I was already a guy who was loving Durant, man. So yeah, that was definitely something. Is Marvin Bagley coming back? I truly do believe so. Marvin Bagley is a Piston. He's a Piston, bro. We will see Marvin Bagley here in Detroit. He loves it here. We love him here. I think, you know, it's a done deal with that situation. Appreciate that, my guy. Absolutely. Absolutely. I hope Corey Joseph is a part of some type of small little trade. I do. You know, nothing against Corey as a person, man, but I've seen enough. I'm done. So, yeah. Absolutely. Everybody's better than 97.1. Everybody's better than negativity radio. where radio hosts are not even fans of the actual teams in the city. Yeah. 97.1. Right. No, not keeping Kemba Walker. He will get bought out. Kemba probably is ready to go to a team that's winning too. He's at that stage of his career. Can't even stay healthy anyway. I don't think Portis is leaving Milwaukee. I think he will be a Milwaukee Buck. Kevin Love, I believe, also will go to a team that's trying to win the championship. Maybe Golden State should shoot a holler. The Mavericks or somebody. But yeah, he ain't coming to no young team. Some of these dudes ain't coming to no young team, man. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this stream, man. It has been officially an hour. We will be doing another stream, probably as soon as Monday night. I'm looking for Monday night for our next stream. But we definitely will be keeping in close touch because free agency is on the brink. And then we got summer league. So like I said, y'all can expect a lot of content, a lot of fun content. So with that said, man, you know, we was 400 strong at one point. I appreciate everybody for being here. Make sure you smash the like button on your way out if you have not, and share this on your social media, Twitter, Facebook, wherever you may have. But I appreciate you guys, man. Much love to everybody out there. Enjoy the rest of y'all night. Be safe. Peace.